Hi, my name is Zach, and I've been playing Dota for about 8 years now. So Dota, or technically Dota 2, is this game where you have, it's like a 5v5 kind of defend your castle, attack the enemy castle sort of setup. It's you and 4 other people online on your team and 5 other people on the other team, where you're trying to kind of help the non-player characters, the NPCs, the creep waves as they're called, help them get closer and closer to defeating the enemy base by wearing down the enemy creep wave, wearing down the enemy heroes, to make it so that they're able to get farther and get closer to victory and capturing, or in this case, destroying the throne, which is the big castle at the end. I guess it's been over 8 years, so it's not that bad, but technically speaking, I've logged around 1,500 hours in this game. Maybe 2 hours a day?
Yeah, it's 2 hours a day.
For 8 years?
For 8 years.
365?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That says something.
What's this process called?
So it's called queuing for a match. It's something where you're like, oh, I want to find a match. And then the automated system is like, cool, well, based off of your skill level and the other people searching, we're going to match you with someone. And then based off of that, if it finds enough people, it'll make a match. Otherwise, you just kind of wait around until it does. So at longest, I've sometimes waited like up to 8 minutes for a match, but usually it takes a minute or two. But which tells you, I guess, just how many people are playing, which is kind of wild. Current stats they have up here is that players in-game now they're showing about 600,000 people that are in-game now, which is kind of nuts.
Just in the US or worldwide?
Worldwide. Now it says game's ready, I go and accept it. Wait till everybody else accepts it. Someone rejects it, then it will kick us back to the beginning again, and yeah, but you gotta hit that accept button, because where other games you can just queue and it'll drop you into a game. This one, if you're not here to accept, it'll take you out of the queue. So you can't like go make lunch and come back later, it's like you gotta be here. So depending on if this last person accepts, if that one turns red, then that means that they probably either rejected it or weren't there to respond. And then we'll all be fine, the people that responded, but the people that didn't will get pulled out of the queue, and they'll look for another person.
Gotcha.
So I got into Dota from my cousin kind of invited me, or had been playing and had an invite code for when it was still in beta. And it was something where I was like, just give it a go and try it a little bit. Mostly just played with him initially, but gradually I got decent enough at it, or enjoyed it enough to keep on playing and keep putting up with it, I guess. I like the idea that myself and 4 other people are coordinating to try to take down the other 5 people, to be able to work with complete strangers and kind of have to try to figure out that teamwork, to communicate, and it's kind of like a, I don't know, practice for real life, if you want to say, but it's something that you're trying to coordinate towards a common goal, and it's trying to work with those different people. And I think that's part of something that appeals to me about it, and I think the other part about it is, since there is so many variety of heroes, the combinations of what you're going to be up against is pretty varied, so it can make things different quite a bit. Pulling back. I enjoy it. I play like now and again. I'll play, let's say in the span of a week, maybe I'll have played 4 or 5 games maybe. So what, 4 or 5 hours of my life? Which is still a substantial commitment, but it is one of those that I'm like, I'm not someone that will play a ton. So that means that most of the time I'm just playing stuff like support roles and other sort of roles that I can have that little bit of flexibility that if I screw up, it doesn't derail us entirely, while at the same time I can enjoy that sort of team play aspect of it.
Your top hat is under attack.
So it's a situation where it's like we're doing well in the game, but there's not a lot of team play happening. It's just we got a couple, lucky on a couple, we're good at a couple of them, and then now it's kind of just we're rolling them, which is nice. We're going 21-13, 21-14, but now we're starting to get caught out on our own, which is how this can turn back the other way. I think they just killed 3 of us out of the 5 of us. I would say right now the main hero that I play is Tree and Protector, which is this tree that can run in and out of the forest and just punch people and then run back into the forest. So imagine like from Lord of the Rings, the treants that are walking among the trees, that same sort of thing. So that's kind of the character I tend to lean towards, though I also play a bunch of other different supports. But it's been interesting though, because that's something that early on when I was first learning, I used to play this other character called Axe. That was more of a core hero, more of one of those that is more important to the game. And it's something that I probably, for a while, that was the only hero I played, but just gradually transitioned into something that was more of a support the team aspect. Top, just pull back, Tom.
I believe I will.
It's only
Copy, thank you. Shifting bounties. With being more casual about it, I'm not as in tune with when there's game changes of like, oh, this person's more balanced than this person, or this person's totally broken, or things like that. So often when my ally's like, hey, we could really use this, I'm like, sure, it's a support, I'm down to try it. And sometimes it works out. That's how I learned about, I think, Ogre Magi or something. Is one of the allies who were like, hey, we could use this character. And I'm like, okay, sure. I tried it. The first couple games, I kind of sucked. But after that, I started to get better at it, and now I'm more comfortable with that hero. I think I'll keep on playing Dota. I think now that I know that it's like the 2 hours a day thing, that makes me a little bit more hesitant to play it more. But I think that just now and again, and I think it's a great way to kind of get that team part in it while at the same time not having any like too long-term of investment in it, to really be able to pick it up and set it down whenever I need to.
It's basically like watching one movie a day.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of people do.
That's true. I guess it's kind of whatever people put their time into, what is their thing they do.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, like, what is it? They say 1,000 hours. Is it 1,000 hours or 10,000 hours? 10,000 hours. That's an interesting concept. Like, what would 10,000 hours over 8 years be?
Let's find out.
Let's do the math to see how many more hours to master it.
You'd only have to put in 3.5 hours
Every day.
every day.
And we got it. Thanks, guys. So that's the match. That's success, I guess. We won. Yeah. Everybody seemed to cooperate fairly well. That's one of the fun part of it. There's definitely different personalities along the way, which at a certain point you just kind of deal with. But I enjoyed it otherwise. So there's that. Something else that happens at the end is that everybody's kind of either complaining or blaming someone or things like that, where it's just like you just want to be like, you did good, you did fine, you're okay, just enjoy the next game, go do the next thing. Yeah, I still enjoy it. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I clapped on this one.
Is that what you call gamer fuel?
I think so. Yeah, burritos are kind of my gamer fuel.